All right, so this is a video I didn't think I'd be making, but actually I sort of made it once before. So our friend Bog up in Canada of Red Room Diecast decided to issue a challenge, and it was a variation challenge. And I always say I don't collect variations, yet I keep on proving myself a liar every time. I mean, my one of my favorite Hot Wheels premiums is his Ford Transit Supervan, which I have in the Gulf livery, and the Rick and Morty livery, and the Mandalorian livery. Excuse me. So there's that, and so much more. This is going to seem silly after a while. I have three of the Jaguar SV Project 8. Actually, I think I have four. I have to go looking for another one, but I have red, silver, and that beautiful dark green. Some of these are not my fault. Some of them are gifts. We're getting the easy ones out of the way here. That's why they're disappearing from the desk because there are more. This 1971 MGB Coupe in red and green so far from Matchbox, which is a one that I guess I'm going to chase variations of because so far I love the variations. This one was just stupid luck. I had wanted the green one and then found the yellow one. So the two variations so far of the Dodgy Bon or Dodge van, the Japanese car culture sort of phenomenon. And then, of course, if there are Mustangs, I will have variations of it. These two Matchbox 2018 Ford Mustang convertible, different colors and different wheels, but the same casting from Matchbox. These three 2019 Ford Mustang Coupe, the green one being a recent gift from Diecast Clown to help me fill out this collection from Matchbox, but they were all three Matchboxes of the same casting. So you can see if this is the easy part and I'm making room, you know. So another new for 2020, the 2020 Ford Mustang Shelby GT 500 in the first issue of blue, in the GameStop exclusive red, and then the recolor in yellow. I guess my name's Joe and I have a problem. It feels more like Diecast Anonymous here. Another one that is a surprise to me, but I have four variations of it, is the Big Air Bel Air. So the first release of it was in this bluish gray. The second in the white. The GameStop exclusive in the gold. And then the most recent release in red, and they also changed the tires to the brown muddy tires. When did I become a variation collector? Yeah, wow. I mean, this Big Air Bel Air doesn't make a lot of sense to me because I'm not a Chevy guy. I'm not especially into off-road, but yeah, this one made the most sense to me, and this is my modest collection of 70 Ford Escort RS 1600s. I have these three, these two, so five from the main line, plus another one somewhere around here from Diecast Clown, and one that I had from loose from a 5-pack, and then of course the Car Culture, what is this? The Door Slammers series. The only, I think it's the only car I have from this series. Yes, it's the only one I have from this series. But of course, so my obsession with Ford Escorts is, complete. Well, not complete. I mean, apparently I'm a variation collector, not just color, but cards. I have the short card that I received from overseas. So again, these are carded ones. We're going to get to loose in a minute. And these are all, Hot Wheels and Matchbox, but we're actually going to get to other brands in a minute. So thanks to my friend at Chasing Diecast Cars, we did a trade gift box, and now I have 3 variations of this 71 Porsche 911. 2 of them are alternate colors for the Urban Outlaw, and the third is a Polizei. And, you know, again, you think of me as a Ford guy. Yeah, there's going to be some, maybe surprises. So, of course, I have the 1989 Porsche 944 Turbo, the 2 Urban Outlaw Deco, which I have to admit I'm not a fan, but I just picked them up because they were there. The red one from the Porsche collection, and this one has full tampos. And again, thanks to my friend, I now have the gold one. So I don't know how many variations of this 944. It's a new for 2020, but I had the gold and didn't have the gold, and now so I have the gold again, and I will of course hold on to this one now. And the gold and the red are you know, my favorites of this because they have full tampo and they're so well done. So there we go. Now we're almost done with Hot Wheel with Mattel. And so again, from when I started picking these up last year, so this is the 96 Porsche Carrera in the beautiful yellow, the green and the white with the sort of racing graphics, and on those you lose the full tampos on the model, which is a shame. And I have, the first one I picked up was this black, and this and the yellow again are my favorite of this set because they have, you know, headlight and taillight real tampos and no wild graphics. So that's cool. So now that's the end of the Mattel variations that I've pulled out for this. So what other, oh no, I'm sorry, it's not the end, it's far from the end. The one casting that I know I have every version of, which there are only 5 thankfully so far, is the Volvo 850 Estate, which first came out in this white British Touring Car Championship livery with the race graphics, but of course that meant that it had no taillight or headlight graphics. So there's the first release. Second release where they swapped it out for this beautiful blue. Again though, with no headlight, taillight tampos. But that blue paint is just beautiful. And eventually I'm going to get around to removing the graphics on that. Then they came out with the red, with no racing graphics and nice tampoed headlights. Look at the printing on there. And this looks stock. And so, of course, there we go. We finally got taillights and the Volvo badge and the 850. So red. And then it's kind of funny because then it came out in the Fast Wagons as a premium with a metal base, wheel riders, with that real very nicely printed tampos on the grille and headlights, taillights with a number plate. And then after it came, or at the same time it came out in premium, it came out in mainline in yellow also. So of course I had to have this. And I'd really love to see this in like a dark green, similar to that Porsche's color. So those are my Mattel. Oh, I almost forgot. So the other Escort. This is the one that Diecast Clown sent me in that very generous gift box recently. It was just sitting right over here. I'm getting Sino. So. Variations that I have from M2. These beautiful Torinos. And so these are auto drivers. They have no opening parts. This red is my favorite. But the same casting, I actually got 3 of them. I kept 2 of them for myself and I gave 1 to my brother Bob in yellow. A really nice one. Here's a silver. And so they are the same casting, but with slight variations, because variations outside of Hot Wheels are broader than just, you know, tampos. They will do slight variations. Here's one from Auto World. So Auto World, the F-150, I have the normal XLT FX4 here in blue, which is stunning. And then they released it in the XLT Sport with the murdered out wheels and, you know, window trim and so forth. So I got that in silver. And of course, because I love Ford trucks, because I love murdered out vehicles, I got the same truck from Auto World in black. So 3 variations of Auto World. So now we're into premium brands. We've got 2 more sort of premium brands. Here's one I haven't shown in a while. And you wouldn't think I have a variation on it, but I do. And this is the Motormax Fresh Cherries 1970 Ford Pinto. And of course, I went on a binge a while ago and picked up several of these fresh cherries. I have not picked up any since. In fact, I gave some away. So there's the blue Pinto, and I have the same one in red. And these are Pinto runabouts with the rear window instead of a trunk. So they have a liftback, a hatchback. So one of these, the red one is not open, so we'll just open up. We'll take the blue one out of the package real quick so you can see that loose. And these fresh cherries are large for scale. I don't believe they're true 164. I think they're actually closer to 160, but they are metal body, metal base, rubber tires, authentic. Look at those hubcaps. Look at the painted details there. The lights, lens inserted headlights, plastic grille, plastic bumper. So depending on where you're from and your exposure to Motormax, Motormax can be very cheap or they can be very good. And I always recommend the fresh cherries, although they're called something else in Europe. Chasing Diecast cars, I think in Europe they're just called Motormax, not fresh cherries. And I think that also applies to the other series they have, that I have, is the American Graffiti. I think they're called Moments in Time. So it's not just Hot Wheels and Matchbox. I mean, many people chase variations from Auto World on the square bodies. I did not pull down my square bodies because they're not direct variations. They're, I mean, one's a stock, one's lifted, one's step side, so they're not a direct variation. And so another brand that I will be doing a separate video on, but it is a variation, is Norev. And this beautiful red 911, it was a gift from Chasing Diecast Cars. This one and this one. So they are the same car with different packaging. And I will be opening up them in another video, but luckily for me, I already have this casting from Norev loose. And so let's take a quick look at the bottom. So they are Porsche 997 Carrera S from Norev. And I believe they are, well, I think they're a little big for scale. Hot Wheels is not notorious for being true 164, but another time when I do a video on my Porsche collection, maybe I'll get out the calipers. So these Norevs, look, lensed headlights, some nice tampo printing there. Very nice. They look authentic to me. The wheels, just painted taillights. The mirrors are molded with no silver paint on them on this one. See if we can see through the package here. Yeah, it looks like the mirrors are, actually this one I think comes out. Yeah, So let's check out the yellow one. So very similar. Painted tail lights, very faint there because it's silver. The Carrera S. These very nice, authentic rims, lensed headlights, metal body, plastic base. And you can see it's the same base, it's the same car, it's the same casting. It's a variation, so I have 3 variations of that. This from the guy that says, I'm not a variation collector. So I guess I am. So Bog, I hope I didn't show too many cars. I hope I showed enough cars. I have lost track of how many cars I've shown. It's just over 15 minutes. So this is Red Room Diecast Variation Challenge presented by Bog. Thank you very much. I love these challenges. I love getting to go through my collection and remind myself what I have and show them off here. And, you know, I figure everybody's going to do Hot Wheels and Matchbox. I wanted to broaden it to other brands. So M2, Auto World, Motormax, Norev. So have a great day. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below. And I can't wait to see some of your videos. I am a little backlogged on comments and videos. I really have not been on YouTube much since Thursday, so 24 hours away from YouTube. When I finally go down, you know, I'll have to respond to all the comments and catch up on all your great videos. So thanks for watching, and have a great day.